Hi and welcome to Bikerheadz. My name's Ed and today's very exciting because we're going to be looking at the brand new top of the range Rukka suit, the Kingsley. So roughly every 3 years Rukka bring out a brand new top of the range suit and the Kingsley is that suit. So this is going to be moved in conjunction with PREN 17092. So that's the new standard for motorcycle wear. Just a quick note on that, this is a AA suit, but I'll go into that a little bit later about why they've chosen to choose a AA as opposed to an A or a AAA. I'll go into that a little bit later. A few things about this jacket. First of all, there will be some changes between this, which is a pre-production model, and the one that actually hits the stores. The main difference is going to be these panels, these silver panels on the arm, on the chest and on the back. They're going to actually be a black material. So if you've seen the Rukka reflective before, you can get it in a really dark grey, almost black, and that's still going to give you the same reflective active safety, but it's just going to make the suit look a little bit sleeker, a bit more classy. And obviously these in this sort of colour will get a little bit dirty, whereas the black won't show up the dirt quite so much. So we've decided that should be the black reflective, but don't worry, you're not going to lose out on any active safety in that respect. So let's go through a few of the features on the new Kingsley suit. First of all, let's talk about the Gore-Tex. As this is the top of the range suit in terms of the Rukka range for next season, we're going to be using Gore-Tex Pro. I get asked all the time what the differences are between Gore-Tex, Gore-Tex Pro, standard laminates, all those things. Gore-Tex Pro is the top of the tree. So when you're buying Gore-Tex Pro suit, you're going to be getting 25% more breathability than standard Gore-Tex, and Gore-Tex in turn is the most breathable membrane on the market. So in terms of breathability, you really notice this when you're out and about, when you're doing high mileage, touring, that sort of riding. You'll notice less clamminess inside, less sweat buildup, and you're just going to feel much more comfortable. Second part of the Gore-Tex Pro is when you're buying a Pro jacket and someone tells you it's a Pro jacket, it will be written on it somewhere. So when you are looking at Gore-Tex jackets in the motorcycle world, it will say Pro just underneath the Gore-Tex. If you're concerned whether you're getting standard Gore or normal, always look at the label. There'll be Gore-Tex label in the pocket or from a swing tag, and it will say Pro on it if it's a Pro. If you want that 3-layer high breathability membrane, you need to have that Pro material. Otherwise, it's just a standard Gore-Tex. A little bit on the construction of the jacket itself. So this is a Pro Shell laminate. So what that means is you're getting the Pro Shell Gore and then it's laminated to the face material, on the back side of the face material. What are the advantages of that? The main advantage is when it rains, there's less area for the water to soak into the jacket, so you're not going to get wet, heavy jacket. It's just going to bead off the front as much as possible. There will be some ingress into stitching areas, so it's not going to be completely dry. Your drying time is going to be considerably shortened. If you buy a standard drop liner jacket, there's an air gap between the membrane and the face material for the water to sit, so your jacket drying time is going to be much longer. The jacket's going to feel wet, heavy and uncomfortable, and colder when you put it back on after you've stopped for lunch. So that's your lamination, that's your Pro Shell. Another little benefit of the lamination process is you're going to get direct air ventilation. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the vents a bit later. Plenty of ventilation on this jacket. My best tip in the motorcycle clothing world, if you're going to buy a jacket, the dealer and the manufacturer all saying it's vented. That can mean one of two things. It can either mean it vents to a membrane, or it can be a real direct air vent. When you're buying a Rukka laminate jacket, when you open a vent, the air is going to flow straight through. You're going to get direct air into the jacket. My tip for you is if you are buying a jacket, just open the vent up, put your hand behind the vent and try and blow through it. If you can't feel the air coming through, it's not a direct air vent. What that will do is it will cool the membrane, which will in turn cool you. It's not as effective. You should always go for direct air vents if that's possible. So, why is this jacket so special and what have Rukka done to improve over the last season's models? Let's start at the top, working down. You've got the neck wrap. So this is a Gore Infinium neck piece. So it's stretch fit, so you can stretch all around the front, nice and comfortable. It secures with Velcro around the side. It's now stitched to the back of the neck. It folds away when you don't want to use it. Past iterations we've had, they zip off and people can lose them. What Rukka have done now is they've designed it so it's just tucked up in the back and you've always got it on you when you need it. So during the hot days, you tuck it away. Cooler in the night, you can pull it out, strap it on, and you're ready to go. Keep yourself nice and warm around the face. And I'd say that is a Gore Infinium product, so it's super breathable, windproof, and ready to go. Running down the shoulders, you can see there's new areas of protection on the shoulders. So in the past, we've used things like Armorcore, Super Fabric, all those sort of things. What you've got here is a Cordura base material. So the whole jacket is Cordura base 500 denier. So it's real DuPont Cordura, which is their motorcycle grade Cordura. On top of that, you've got an Armorcore material, which we've used before. Armorcore is a Kevlar Cordura mix. So every fourth strand of it is Kevlar, that's woven in Cordura, and that gives you a good abrasion resistant element which is nice and lightweight and breathable. And then on top of that, we've got a material called Keprotect. Keprotect was used in racing for many, many years. It's an aramid fiber mix again, so it gives you even more abrasion resistance in these areas. So you've got 3 layers. You've got your standard Cordura, armor core, and then you've got Keprotect above that. So that's 3 layers of protection in the main impact points. So shoulders and elbows both get that. Also on the trousers, you're getting it on the hips and the knees as well. So you're getting plenty of protection in terms of safety. Sticking with the outside of the jacket for now, we keep running down. Everywhere you see these silver strips, as I say, the production model will have black strips. There are ventilation points behind them. So direct air ventilation on the chest, on the arm, and on the back as well. So 3 areas of ventilation there, plus you've got the standard Rukka ventilations down the side of the jacket. So on each side of the jacket, you're looking at 4 vent points. That's 8 vent points in total. So you're going to get loads of air through this jacket. So it really is an all-weather product, except in the really very hottest of conditions you can wear this. So let's continue running down. Pockets on standard here and here. They're non-waterproof pockets, but they are water resistant. They have got gore lining. They have got waterproof zips. They've done everything they can to make them waterproof. But as with all Rukka jackets, exterior pockets are never guaranteed to be waterproof. It's just too risky in case you leave one of them open a little bit, all that sort of thing. So it's never guaranteed, but they are gore lined and they are water resistant zips. Carry on down the arm. So I'd say you've got that extra air on the elbow, and as you run down the arm, you've also got the Rukka Gore-Tex cuff system. So you've got Gore-Tex material on the inside of the cuff. It's going to stretch around the cuff area. You've got dual closure on the cuff as well. So you set your Velcro, and then you've got the zip to open and shut it, so you don't have to touch the Velcro again once you set it in position. The reason for the dual cuff is that it's seam taped to the bottom here. This is all Gore-Tex waterproof, and it's all waterproof over the top. The glove's going to sit between the 2 cuff areas. The water then can't run down and into the glove because it's sealed, and the air can't push the water up and into the jacket. So you've got a complete seal on the bottom of the cuff. So that's the exterior of the product. Obviously, as standard Rukka, all the areas in silver, black on the production model, are all reflective. You've also got the R logo, the logo's on the arm, the logo's on the back. So there's plenty of active material in terms of safety when you're riding. So you're very, very visible, even though it's a black jacket. Coming round to the back of the jacket, just touching on a few things. We've got a stretch panel running all the way down the arms, called a power stretch panel, down either of the shoulders, so that when you stretch around, it's going to feel nice and comfortable. It's not going to pull and tug on the shoulders. So it's extra, extra safe, extra comfortable when you're riding. You've also got a pocket in the back of the jacket, just running around the bottom here. So there's a bit of extra storage on the jacket if you want to use it. So let's move on to the inside now. Coming inside the jacket, loads more features. First of all, if we stick with the outer jacket first, instead of a standard mesh lining, Rukka would normally use a wickable lining that allows sweat to go into it and be wicked away. We've upgraded that in this jacket. We now use Outlast as our standard lining. So this jacket has always got an Outlast material based on the inside of the jacket. What is Outlast? Outlast is a temperature regulator. What that means is, if you imagine you're riding down the road on a motorway, you've dressed for those conditions, you're nice and comfortable, perfect temperature. You then pull off the motorway, you lose that massive amount of wind chill, so you start to get really hot. As you get hot, your body heat will melt these little wax beads that are built into the Outlast lining. That will absorb that heat, keep you cool, and then when you pull away again and get that wind chill back, they'll go solid, give you the energy back, warm you back up again, and it will just slow down sudden changes in temperature. So we all know as motorcyclists, petrol stations, slip roads, stuck in traffic, those sort of situations, you start to get really hot really quickly. You start to sweat. When you pull away, the sweat then cools you down and you become very uncomfortable either way. Outlast is there to slow down those changes in temperature. So that's built into the jacket. Okay, if we stick with the armor now, so stick on the outside, we've got a full chest protector, fully C-approved chest protector by D3O. D3O is a non-Newtonian fluid armor. It means the bonds between the molecules go harden on impact, which will then transfer more of the shock away from you and into the armor itself. So a beautiful product, British product as well. So you're supporting the UK if you're buying a D3O product. So that's built into the chest area, shoulders, elbow, and back. So you're getting the highest level of protection in all those areas, so you're completely covered when you buy a Rukka Kingsley suit. One quick thing about the armor. As you can see here, I've got 2 examples of shoulder armor. This would be your standard CE-approved shoulder armor size. As you can see, it's quite small, just cups over the shoulder, just hits the joint there. When you're buying a Rukka product, this is what you're getting. It's about 3 times the standard CE size, covers the whole joint, not just the extremities on the side. So you're getting much, much more coverage with Rukka. Shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, all those protectors are covering the whole joint. So they're not skimping on any part of the product. The D3O is specifically made for Rukka. So it's fully breathable, And as I say, it's absolutely going to cover all the areas you need it to be. So that's the armour, that's the abrasion protection element. You've got the Outlast on the inside. A couple other bits about the exterior jacket just quickly before we move on to the lining. You've obviously got 360 zip that's going to fit to any Rukka trouser you've had probably for the last 20 years. They haven't changed the zip structure at all. Large stretch panel, really comfortable for the zip to zip into a trouser. You've got a crotch strap on the back of the jacket, so that's a strap that runs from the back base of the jacket through your legs, up through the front of the jacket, and that holds the jacket in position. A lot more people are wearing jeans when they're riding, particularly in the summer, so if you can't zip it onto your jean, that's just going to hold the jacket down and in position. And even if you are wearing the correct trousers, a Rukka trouser, it's going to pull that last bit in at the front, so you're getting less airflow up and inside the jacket. So, moving on to the lining quickly. What we've added to the Kingsley this year is the lining from the Nevada jacket last year that was massively popular. So it's a Down X lining. Down X is the warmest lining on the market. So you're getting real duck and goose down built into the lining. It's super warm, very, very comfortable. It can also be worn as a jacket on its own. So when you get to your destination, you take your jacket off, throw your lining, keep your lining on. You've got a nice, warm down jacket to wear. So that's your destination lining built into the Rukka Kingsley. So as with all Rukka jackets, a few little things to point out about them. They do come with a 5-year warranty. You can extend that to 6 years free of charge. That does come with a loan jacket service as well. So in the UK only, you're going to get a loan jacket if you have a problem with your Rukka jacket. A couple of bits on that. The jacket has to be cleaned before it comes back to us, but I've done another video on cleaning your jacket, so make sure you check that out. So yeah, you've got your 5 and 6 year warranty built into the jacket. It is machine washable, tumble dry. You should use the proper Rukka care conditions. Again, that is available from a manufacturer called Storm, but that is approved by Rukka to be used with the Rukka jacket. So that's the Rukka jacket. We also do the trouser, of course, has all the same features of the jacket. A couple of little bits. It's got the air cushion system on the back that lifts you off the seat slightly and allows that area to breathe. It's available in different leg lengths, so get into your local dealer and try them on in the leg lengths. Just available in this black colorway. So that's the Rukka Kingsley. We're super excited about it, right at the top of the tree. It's hitting all the CE standards. I did say quickly that I would talk about the CE standards. Rukka's whole ethos is defense and comfort. When they're developing the product, it must be comfortable. So that's why they've gone with the AA. AA gives you more comfort. Yes, it doesn't hit the AAA standards in some areas, but they feel that the more comfortable you are on the bike, the more you're going to ride it and the safer you're going to be. So AA is the correct standard for road riding, touring, commuting type suits. AAA really is a race standard that Rukka didn't want to make the jacket and trouser too constrictive, too uncomfortable. If you want to know more about the CE standards, we're going to be publishing more and more information on it. So please check them out. For any more information on the Rukka Kingsley suit or the rest of the Rukka range, please go to bikerheadz.co.uk.